I wanna do it all with you by my side. If you're in, meet me here tonight. Be brave and come along, I'll be your ride. Promise we don't need no brake lights. We can travel the world, so just...
And he went out with 5 friends, and just 3 of them finished.
What year? Do you remember?
70, late 70s.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was typical of that time.
Yeah.
We hadn't, nobody told us yet that cotton kills. So we wore blue jeans. Well, I actually was a trendsetter. In 1980, I abandoned the blue jeans, and I started wearing BDUs, the military.
Aren't the greens?
Yeah, I actually had the desert version.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, say I was about the only one who was doing that. Everybody else still had blue
Pioneer.
jeans. Yeah. I also hiked in Vietnam era tropical jungle boots, which were excellent. I wore 1.5 pairs the whole trail. So I got 1,500 miles out of the first pair.
Wow.
And then I hopped the rest of the way because I knew I only needed one boot.
Good morning, everybody. It's day 10. We just finished the climb out of Unicoi Gap. We got dropped off there around 8:20 this morning. And we have a 10.4 mile day to Sassafras Gap. There's a unofficial tenting site campground. It's either before Sassafras or after. I'd ask Sarah, but she's out of breath. No, it was a good climb. It's like 24 degrees this morning. But that climb up heated you right up.
Warms you up.
Yeah. And I think the temperatures are supposed to be in the mid 40s today. So it should be a beautiful day. I think we have a viewpoint coming up. One more time with his name?
Mosby.
Mosby with a B. Okay.
Yes. Have you ever seen How I Met Your Mother?
Yep.
Ted
Yes.
Mosby?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a good boy.
Hi, Papa Doo.
Coming down into Indian Grave Gap. It's really warming up. When we get down there, we're gonna have to take off another layer, which is a good thing. Looking forward to the warm weather. I know when it gets hot, we'll be saying, I miss the cooler weather, but I just feel more rushed when it's cold, and especially when you get to camp. You just want to get your tent set up, eat, and get in your sleeping bag. It'll be nice when it's more mild. Cheese factory tent site.
Yeah, very nice.
Beautiful. Lots of flat spots.
Sunrise over there.
There's room for at least a dozen tents, I bet. Between all up in here and
Yes,
up
very
there.
nice.
It's nice. It's right off trail.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Sarah's back there listening to Mac Miller. As we make this final push up this hill.
Oh, it's the fix. That's on.
Now it's the fix.
Yep,
Okay.
it's quite the switch.
We think that's Trey Mountain up to the right of the trail. Must be a viewpoint coming up that has a view of it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a Sunday, so we've seen half a dozen day hikers. We've also seen 4 or 5 through hikers. The weather's been so cold for the locals. I'm sure we'll see a lot more today with the weather.
Be jealous.
Hi.
It's Kirby and Pete.
Hello. Oh, you're so cute. My hands are probably all salty.
Away for the downhill.
For the downhill.
I'm like, oh, gotta be on the track here.
Wanted to give a shout out to Lee at the Trailful Hiker gear shop in Hiawassee. Hooked me up with a new backpack yesterday. Went with a ULA circuit. It's slightly heavier, just over 2 pounds, I think 2.8, than the Z-Packs. But it's much more durable. Straps are thicker and the buckles. And it's been very comfortable today hiking in it for the first time. So thanks again, Lee. Appreciate your time and your expertise. There's a shelter coming up in I think point 6 or 7. I'm gonna stop there and have some lunch. Trey Mountain shelter. Water's down to the right, privy's off to the left. Gorgeous tent sites as you come down to the shelter with a big view. Nice. Tuna fish and bacon bits, huh?
Mm-hmm. It's quite
We
yummy.
got some cheese puffs. You could put some cheese puffies. He's got a lot of moon cheese, whatever that stuff is.
Those are the weirdest tasting stuff.
What is? Oh yeah, that stuff you had? Yeah. Here's the view from the tent site at Trey Mountain Shelter. That'd make for a beautiful sunrise. 4.6 to Sassafras Gap for that unofficial or old campsites. Met a couple of three through hikers at the shelter. Daniel, who's taking a Nero there. Colin, who doesn't have a trail name yet. And Big Tuna. Hello, everybody. It's the end of day 10. And, you know, I'm tired of doing all the work here. So, the ladies, I told them you got to start doing a little bit more on camera. So, Sarah's trail name is Compass. She got that name because she's very good at navigating and mapping out routes for hikes. So, I told her, I'm turning it over to you for the end of the day recap. So, Sarah.
Okay, so we started at Unicoi Gap this morning, and we hiked 10.4 miles to Sassafras Gap, which is a tiny little gap with just a few tent sites. And we set up here, and hopefully we're going to have a nice sunset.
Yeah, it was a good day today. The temperatures were really mild. I think it was probably in the low 50s today.
Yeah, probably.
It was our nicest day so far,
Yeah, absolutely.
weather-wise and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Do you want me to go through tomorrow?
yes.
So tomorrow we're going to go from Sassafras Gap to Dix Creek Gap and be picked up and go to Stanimals around the bend tomorrow night. And then we're going to head out for a long stint after that, 3 nights, 4 days after that. But I'll recap that.
Yes, slow down, one day at a
Yeah.
time. So, yeah, my new backpack seemed to be working really well for me today. I'm really happy with it. And Michelle got new shoes. She was having some issues with
Can't
her.
really see them, but they're dirty now.
What kind of shoes did you have?
I had the Ultra Olympus 8, and there was something on the top part, the tongue, that just started digging in, and I've worn them for months, but it just started, and then it got worse each day. So now I have the Topo Ultra Adventure. Yeah,
And you were pain-free all day, right? You
yeah, my feet feel good. They feel good, so I'm happy.
said? Great. Well, we just finished dinner, and everything's all set up. I think it's supposed to be in the upper 20s tonight. Everybody keeps telling me at the hostels and the experienced hikers to sleep as naked as you can when it's cold. And I just can't bring myself to do it. But they keep saying if you just sleep in the bare minimum and let your body heat, warm up your sleeping bag or the quilt system that you're using, you'll be warmer. I might try that tonight. We'll see. And I'll report back. But everyone swears that it's the way to go. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.